Doing it now. Glorious Battletech loading screens. Glorious mech bays. Everything in its right place. Pretty excited. Okay. So, Grasshopper today. Stalker today? Or is it a Striker? Shit. I remember. It's one of those things for certain. Possibly. Alright. Where are we going this morning? To the loading screen. To the loading screen. Had a hard time getting started this morning. Gotta set that Grasshopper up. Gotta leave room and weapons for the second Grasshopper too. I think the Stalker can run the heat boat, I think. Let's have a look at that in a minute. Wanted to use that that speed modifier thing, and we need a crap ton of money. We're super broke still, which is unfortunate because we have a lot of things we want to build. I'm glad I included you guys in the load screens. I would hate to go through this on my own. Be a bit of a curse to have to do that all on my own. Okay, 10 days to bankruptcy. We're currently under the funding we need, and we have a bunch of things we wish to do. Oh shit, we got repair time for days too. 3, 2. All right, it can work. So we got 3 days till our next mission. How are we on pilots? Pretty fatigued. Okay. And our funding for today goes Sifu respec. I think it's Care Bear needs a respec? No, it's not Care Bear. Scott needs a respec? Yep, Scott respec. It's 1 million. The Grasshopper is going to be like 8 million. Good morning, Ursus. I think the Grasshopper's 1.5 million. Yes. Yes. Hello, Arkama. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Got Glorious Max. We decided we gotta get some glorious refitting done on them. It would be nice to have this Grasshopper designed. The issue is I'm a bit worried about we might want some stealth in these. How are the Grasshoppers gonna stay alive? They're 70-ton mechs, sure, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna stay alive. It just means their Grand Summoner levels of hit points. Glasses today, high definition reality, nice. You'll see all the gloriousness that is Mech Bay. I mean, Battletech. Alright, so we can just remake our Disco Summoner. Like, we're pretty close to that. That's pretty easy to do. And doesn't even look that bad. It looks something like okay. So the issue is this, right? We're about to build 3 mechs in a row. We got that guy, the other Grasshopper here, which is the same type. These are both the 5Ns. The 5N is fine, but it's all laser hardpoints. Laser and support hardpoints. So it can't run anything else besides lasers and lasers. Basically just runs lots and lots and lots and lots of lasers, which is fine. That's totally fine. But the issue with that is we need to have enough laser weapons. We really have 2 sets of laser weapons that we care about. That's it. Like, no other laser weapons even count. We've got the Bombast and we've got the Disco Spam. The build that I can get going is this build. I mean, the one I mean, if I don't future-proof, if I'm just like, what's the best build I can do right now, then it's definitely a mix of the disco lasers and the bombast. If I say, well, shit, we can do discos later, what does that look like? What does that look like? What does the bombast one look like? I kind of want to try bombast with the TSM as well, which we haven't used yet. It's very expensive to put on and off mechs too, so like we should definitely put it on just to really fuck with our own pricing. Look at that. Well, it's not expensive. 124k is not that bad. Hello, little Tigru. How's it going? Tigru. Probably Tigru. All right. Say, does this have, oh, it has arm accuracies. Okay, okay. See how it is. So what does the bombast grasshopper look like? Run some fucking ER pulse on there or something. Heat up nice and hot, charge in, pew pew pew. Not a fan of making it jump for miles. I actually don't have good jump jet coverage for our mechs right now. Particularly don't have heavy improved jump jets, and I don't have wing armor, and I don't have wing coolant systems. So I don't think we can make it jump very far. My secondary plan was, if we've got range sensitive lasers that can hit at longer ranges and cause more heat, maybe we can take advantage of the TSM, speeding us to victory. It's my dream. What are medium bright blooms? Range, damage, fall off. Jesus, that is a fucking long ass medium laser though. 320? It's not even terrible. I mean, it's fairly terrible, but it's not that terrible. 450s here. 360s on the large clamp pulse. So we need to build a mech that is not heat stable. I hate building non-heat stable mechs, by the way. And we want to do that with light weapons that do not weigh much. 6 tons is a lot. 4 tons is less than 6 tons. Math on stream with Filthy Robot. Look at that. 4 is less than 6, they said. And we proved it. Good morning, it's me, Hawkeyes. How's it going? How are you? How do we inexpensively get ourselves a lot of heat? Countermeasures. I'm guessing. Because too many weapons mounted in the head. It's not a support weapon. What is it? This is considered a missile hardpoint? No, it's considered. Oh, it's. I was trying to put it in a missile hardpoint. I see. What's got? Medium lasers. Well, I'd like to. I wouldn't mind if they did something. The medium lasers, I think those would be pretty good. Our medium bright blooms. Weapon heat, damage and stability falls off to 50% of its starting value. I think that's damage heat done or damage heat generated. Let's imagine. Let's imagine. Quad bombast would be dreamy, for sure, for sure. We gotta build the builds. Dreadnought, Dreadnought, Dreadnought. Clan XL. We're gonna need a better heatsink. I gotta get that, find that from somebody, but for now we'll just put that in just to hold space. We could fuel cell this, but I think fuel cell is really bad for what we're trying to do, and I think I can make a fuel cell build work with the discos. Cold hands can't type, feels bad. Fucking hate being cold. We've also got Pharaoh fine here. Clan Pharaoh, Heavy Pharaoh, one of them. I mean, look at this. We've got like 1,000 tons to work with. Yeah, it's a weird stream. You guys seen like my streaming stats with this game? Streaming stats are not good for this game, but I've got a really core group of players who enjoy watching this content. And I'm really, really fucking enjoying playing this content. Well, I haven't put armor on yet. I mean, it's slightly awkward. Maybe to run a 384 core. Maybe. Run a 300 or a 360 core. Oh, I don't have a +2? I've got a +3 only? Fuck. Yeah. But does the Clan ER generate as much heat as these three together? Doesn't generate extra heat. Does it do it at range though? 180. No. What is a medium laser exostar? +1 accuracy. 3% increased heat generation. Medium pulse. Weighs an extra ton. So Clan ER is 4 tons, 36 heat. So like 9 to 1. About the same as these, but nowhere near as efficient as these things for heating us up. These are 15s. This is 13. It's closer. Oh, where did my weight go back to from? Thought I just capped out on weight a second ago. Where did it all come back from? I didn't like take a bombast off or something terrible, right? It's actually be a decent mech for a heat bank, considering what we're trying to do with it. To consider that. What's a heat bank weigh? Not much. What about making our Brosif vent some heat in a reasonable amount? Okay. Clan ER large lasers are really good amount of heat for 4 tons. But I'm trying to use heat inefficient weapons to trigger the TSM. So I don't want a really good amount of heat. I want a fuck ton of heat. I want a really bad amount of heat for 4 tons. That makes sense. This is only 36 heat for 4 tons, when the lasers are a million times more efficient. 1,076 tons more efficient. So, all right, let me just think about this mech right now. It's probably too good at venting heat, right? So bombasts in close range are 31 each, so I mean 1 billion. But at long range, they're like less than that. You know? All right. So how much heat do we vent per round? 84 and 3. We're venting 87 heat around. So what does our alpha look like? We just sit in fucking long range and go alpha. What does it look? So I want to go faster next turn. So let's take a quick look at that. So what is this related to? This is. What are we doing right now? We're playing a game. It's Battletech. We're looking at bombast. Got it. Okay. So I need to wiki that shit. Go for a bombast. I have to actually spell that right. It's not a bombat. There's an S in there. Thank you. Okay. Bombast laser. What's the secondary mode heat generation? Range is only generating 26 heat still. Alright, so range is 26. Times 3. So we're looking at 78. What did this thing do? It actually did damage at range is what it did. The Exostar did what again? It was just more accurate for increased heat. Oh, it doesn't have E-War. God damn it. You can tell it's my first thing of the morning. I don't run mechs without E-War. They just get destroyed instantly. I care about Clan Light. Clan Light's fine. Oh, we need a slot too. Look at that. We're out of slots on our mech. No! What if we put bacon in here instead? There you go, Auntie. Dumping those points like they're hot. Thanks, man. I don't know why I'm thanking you. Thanks for using the channel points that don't do anything. Cheers. I guess thanks for the viewership. That maybe is what I was trying to go with. Do evasive ignore is fine. Cockpits. Tiny? Rangefinder cockpit? Maybe. I don't want that on the other one. Do we want bacon in my house? Could you ground attack yourself with the flamer? Only if we had Ace Pilot would that be good. I think the issue with this is I'm not really running. I mean, this is just so much defense loss. I lose 2 defense stats off that. Okay, anyways, the goal was to look at what do I need to activate this TSM? I need 45 heat activating. 45 heat. And if we're venting 84, 87 around, can we get above that? What does that put us to, realistically? We're not even really, we're venting 87, that's reasonable. And we needed another 45 on top of that. We need 132 heat alpha. And what are we at right now? Ditch heatsink. No. Chat, think about this. So what are we trying to do with this mech? We're trying to take advantage of our bombasts. Bombasts are best done in close range. We're trying to deal with the fact that our mech is fairly immobile, or rather that we need to get something to get us into range to take advantage of these things. And we're trying to use the TSM for that, since we've never used the TSM. It just sits there never doing anything for us. So our plan is to heat this baby up on an alpha from range, sprint into close range, and then just destroy people with the bombast. That's the plan. I mean, we could probably do that without the TSM. We could probably do it with the fucking mass system. We do have a third mass system. But I feel like lasers are the way we probably want to do this for heating shit up. Because lasers. I mean, maybe we leave it for the Stalker. Leave the TSM for the Stalker. Because the Stalker is going to run the heat weapons. And there's a time where I want to punch things, but... Sounds complicated? Sounds like someone who's a coward. It's a coward's comment. Complicated is our bread and butter. TSM is too hard and risky. risky? Why is it risky? What's risky about the TSM? It doesn't do anything. Boom, heat up. Boom, closer. Easy. Yeah. So we need 132. Overheating's not good. Oh, friend. Friend. We're not staying overheated. We're using that as a system that we can turn on or off to accelerate our way to the future. You heard it here first. What is this actually doing for heat, by the way? So at range, we're doing 78 from those. And then these are another 30 and another 9, 13. So we're looking at another 43 there. That is under our goal by quite a bit, unfortunately. It's 121. I mean, we could get 2 rounds of that, I guess. What other laser weapons could we have? I feel like okay, it does actually say the heat here. Small laser pirate, 15 heat. Oh, I bet you this thing heats you up like no fucking tomorrow. I don't think it actually did 15 heat either. I think it did like 1,000 heat. 2 problems with downgrading the that thing generates some heat, but weighs 2 tons. These are the most efficient ways of heating ourselves up that we have available to us. The problem with downgrading the engine is twofold, right? The first is this mech is already low on slots. Between running TSM, Endosteel Basic, and Ferrofibers Clan, we're eating up a lot of slots. So I really would like to be able to heat sink via the engine. And this is the smallest engine I have that has a four internal engine slots available. The only other ones I can do is 2. I mean, I could run engine heat sinking 3 instead of 4 here. Gives me a little bit of weight back, I guess. Makes my heat venting a little bit worse. And we're broke, so we can't go buy more stuff. This is part of the issue. We got to generate money today. That might actually solve a lot of issues here. We still got to get a slot back. I know where fuck I'm gonna get a slot back from. So I gotta run a active probe in here. Alright, what's this heat now? This is 78 vented, which is exactly the cost of our long-range bombas. So this is the amount of heat we would generate then. Oh, it's more than 78. It's 81. I maybe don't have to have the heat bank. The heat bank was trying to protect us from having issues with overloading to begin with. I saved the second grasshopper. We looted it. I haven't fit it at all. So what does this do for us then? Well, it gives us a slot back for our active probe. And let's just go up engine cooling if we want to. I wonder what this does for us. I mean, we do need aggressive heat sinking to fire 3 bombas every round. Okay. Small cockpit to get 1 slot in the head. Could. Accuracy is going to be relevant on this spec though. Okay. So what, if anything, does this mech do right now? Heats for 78 off its firing. And then we can throw up to another... Those are 1.2 million value. That's crazy. This generates another 30 plus... really would like an extended range. Do we have another weapon that's guaranteed to fire at range? No, not really. I mean, we have another ton, actually. So we could, a ton in the slot. We could run one of these things. That thing generates a absolute fuck ton. Heat. Okay, so what does this do for us in heat? We, on our alpha turn, did that go down in range? 300? From the Exostar? I can't take a reduction in range, I don't think. But this is the best heat we're getting for 15, 15, and 25. For 55 heat over what we want to generate. 55 and 78. That's getting close. So what is that? 50, so it's 53 and 80, so it's 133. And what was our target value? We're venting 78. So 133. That's 55. We don't actually generate 133, unfortunately, because we have heat reduction generation from pilots, but that's only 5%. I don't want to buy anything off the store. We're super poor. So the mech is fairly quick right now, I believe. 610. By the way, what happens if we up the weight of the engine one more time? 610. 610. Get some. Oh, only 611. That's not that big of an upgrade. Okay. Oh, we're gonna be building disco lasers. Don't you worry your pretty little head. 6 sock. Question is, we just want to get each of the builds set up. So at the moment, this mech has E-War, has its sustain, which is triple bombast. Which, by the way, we were firing successfully triple bombast on a hunchback. So it's not, I'm not like excited by this build at the moment particularly. It will cost me 2.3 million to put these things on this mech. But we do maybe get our stuff open. So, okay, so total heat then is 30 something off this. So 55. So it's 78 and 55. All right. So 78 plus 55 times 0.95 is 126 minus, what is it that we vent? We vent 78 minus movement. Yeah, it's perfect. That's 48 heat, a little bit more. Now the issue is, there is a little bit of an issue, and the issue goes that we can't fit the heat bank in here, and I'd really like a heat bank on something that I'm deliberately overloading with, runs no ammo and runs only weighs a ton, man. 2 slots though. 2 slots is the big deal breaker on that, huh? The only way to get slots in here is to either expend our endosteel, which I'm not interested in doing, shrink the head in some way. Shrinking the head's gonna run into either, I mean, we can get a slot as was suggested by chat with the tiny cockpit, or we end up running something like this, which takes a bunch of slots. The problem with this is we give up survivability, and this mech is gonna struggle with survivability already. engine 300 and drop endo steel. Should at least consider that as an alternative. I suspect I want high mobility. Drops my heat sinking for shit too, but we can look. So let's print screen this one. Drop the engine core for 300. Our movement is now, it was 610, it's now 5.9. So we do lose movement here. Drop the endo steel. Now we have infinite slots. I don't think we can currently support the heat from just the bombasts alone. Bombasts alone are 90 when they're going. So I really don't want to do that. I'm not even convinced that I'm totally happy with the amount we're venting right now. What were we on? We were on a 360, right? Build a DH kit on it. There's no point in building a DHS kit on it. We have a clan heatsink on it. The clan heatsink's doing the exact same thing as the DHS with internal engine heatsinks. Menus inside of menus. What are you looking at? You're looking at Mech Bay Simulator, where you are a mechanic in the future building giant robots. You're not a pilot. That's too glamorous. You go home to a small studio apartment with only your dog for company. But during the day, you're a glorious mech mechanic. And it is glorious. So the rest of the time we're venting 78. We need a heat bank in this mech. Fuck. That's right. It's your sister's dog. It's not even your dog. The dog doesn't like you. You're just watching it for somebody else. The dog regularly tries to escape when you bring it on walks. And your rent's overdue on your apartment. Do you think there's any way? What if we just like, fuck survivability? We don't want it. We don't want none of that. And instead did one of these, one of the bacon probes. Wait, why did I think this? Oh, because it saves up 2 slots there. I mean, the problem is then we can't. It's so hard to get these fucking heat things going. So can I turn off heat sinks or no for 1 round? High piloting and 6 evasion. VTOL flak just has 2 straight evasion ignore in it, man. Doesn't even do anything versus flyers. So hard to get this heat where we want it. I can't think of any other way to do this, chat, right? All right. I mean, this fits but doesn't work. So I think we just want to, what did I just do? No, whatever I just, no! There we go. Had to yell at it. Had to raise my voice, but we got the job done. Seems okay. So looking at these two, this isn't quite where we want to be. No jump jet. Shit. Good call. Good call. I mean, the jump jet's easy to fit in, right? Just do that. Put a jump jet on. And how reliably can we turn this TSM on? It's got a UAV. I forgot about that. Not that I give a shit about the UAV. I was just thinking about the heat, but I can't fire the laser and use the UAV for heat. This grasshopper is going to be a pain in my ass, chat. We have to start the fitting process for this. Walking or sprinting will generate heat. Good call. But how close are we right now? The 3 bombast. We already looked at this, right? It's 78 for the bombast, and then it's another 53, 55 for these. So our heat target was 78 and 55 times 0.95. So we're looking at 126 minus 45. Should probably make it 46 for sanity. So we need to be generating 80 heat. What did I just do math-wise? I looked at... dude, okay. How much heat we're generating? We need to be, target number is 80. So if I then look at the amount of heat we're generating minus what we're venting, this is a 3 for 78 and 3 is 81, right? Okay. It's right perfect at 45 before the rest of it. So this would work. But I give up ECM. So what does ECM give us? It gives us 1 defensive pip and 1 not movement, jam. It's one ECM shield and it's 1 defense, both of which is kind of a big deal. So I need to figure out how to fit that in. It's a slot. The issue is a single fucking slot. We can't compress the bombast. We can't compress the dreadnought. We can't compress the XL. We can't compress the engine core. We can't compress the TSMs. So it's literally endosteel or something in the head. I don't know where the fuck we're gonna get something in the head. Good morning, Xanadu. Yeah, Clan Endo, but I'm really trying not to spend that here. Since Clan Endo, I only have 1 of. TSM feels like a big waste on a shooter. I feel like a big waste. The issue with TSM on a non-shooter is you can't fucking activate it. And you can't use the mask. And so far, from my perspective, the consistency of being able to activate your mask just vastly outweighs the inconsistency of being able to activate your TSM for the damage bonus. So I don't disagree in some sense. I'd love to take advantage of the 50% melee bonus. And honestly, we have another mask. There's just an argument potentially for just not doing the TSM. I mean, like, how much better is this boat if we just were like, no TSM? And then none of these, like, troll-like lasers. And just, like, throw a mask on. Like, is that just better? Like, it gives us our walk distance whatever the fuck we want. TSM doesn't work the way it says. The movement bonus is only +2. Well, that makes it feel pretty stupid then.
You have returned.
Hey, Zira.
I was dreaming the other night and I saw a mech with screen full of slots and no weight limit.
It's a sweet dream. I mean, we have an extra mass too. We could just fucking run this and it'd probably be better in every single way. I want to use that TSM, chat. Here we are venting. Fuck. This, how does this mech not come out better than the Hunchback though? You know what I mean? Like, this is just a Hunchback. And it's not even a very good Hunchback. Got this big engine in it. What did you do, if anything, to mitigate the failure chance on Mask and Supercharger? I leveled up a guy with very high piloting and stuck him in the mech. Three slots left. Can't heavy Pharaoh. Bigger engines and a couple tons of armor. Yeah. That's about it though, huh? I need a ton back here, chat. Give him the tiniest cockpit of all time. I don't really want to do that. Can't bring the heat sinks down. Can't bring the engine core size down because we didn't properly flesh out our engine core fittings. Won't need a heat bank like this. Really? These generate 93 heat. We only vent 78. Sure we don't need a heat bank? How many slots is it to go to heavy? 15. Okay. Print screen that. So we've currently set up then 2 builds. I'm disappointed about this TSM. At the moment, I don't actually recommend looting TSMs. I'd really like to build it into a melee mech with some heat. And if we build our second melee pilot into somebody who maybe has some ability to actually use weapons too, maybe we could. But the heat bank would free up a ton, and then we could strip 1/2 of 1 ton of armor somewhere. And that would get us to where we're going. Although we'd overheat fairly quickly. And it's just the same fucking mech. This is just the mech. This is our 50-ton mech, but it's now a 70-ton mech. And it doesn't do anything more. I'm not even convinced it's faster. I think it has a bigger engine core. But like, so what do we get out of it? We got like, what is the armor difference on a Hunchback compared to this? Hunchback's 90 arm, I think. So we gained 20 armor and like 30 toward like side torso armor. I don't even think it's fast. Oh, faster by the mask. Right. That's fair. Mask generates heat if we use it. .350 and a 360 engine. We don't have a 350 engine. There's a difference between that. So I don't have that option. I'd probably even run a 300 engine in it, honestly. But we don't have an engine heat sink +2. Prototype sink it. I don't have a prototype sink. Oh, you mean fuel cell probably. I mean, this type of mech, this type of setup actually is fine with the fuel cell. Wonder what that weighs. Fuck. Much faster? Is it much faster? More evasions and a lot more armor. Has more evasions and more armor, but not by a lot. Fuel cell is fairly rough. Problem with the fuel cell is you can only ever use like 40 plus, like it's like 45 heat or something. So your guns only use 0.4, right? But 0.4 of your gun heat has to equal to 30 or less. So you're getting like 70 heat worth of damage. This fuel cell does not like big engines, by the way. Okay, but we do need to get this grasshopper online. That's what's happening with this. Just a quick look at the armor comparisons. 80, 120. I mean, it is a fair big chunk of hit point, but we're not using the stealth on it. I don't know. Maybe. And the other variant of the grasshopper we're gonna run is the disco variant. The disco grasshopper, which wants to use the other laser system that we're not using. We have to decide which of these we're building first. We just got screen caps so we can reference them. That's fine. We're running medium chem lasers, rotary chem lasers, and disco lasers. And what? These combined were, these are much more than these. I think these are 36, and then these are what they say they are. So we're looking at 72 plus these. Grasshopper for melee. Don't need another melee mech. Got 2 and don't have enough fittings for them already. So this is the one I was trying to save Clan Pharaoh for. Or Clan Endo. Maybe. Maybe the Stalker. And we're gonna, of course, run something. Can't run Dreadnought in both of them, but it has a bit more range. Say we run XL rather, and then the other. These are gonna be 2 million a pop to set up. Oh, it's so painful. The other clan, probably. Gotta run a fuck ton of ammo. Probably has to run a case. Probably. Probably has to run a ECM. And a probe. It probably needs to do some heat sinking. And to get adequate amounts of heat sinking for, this was 72, makes that 92, makes that 112. It's gonna have to be engine heat sinks again, which is fine. If we're continuing, if we're using the 330 in the other one, or the 360 in the other one, this one has to be the 385, which I'm not very excited about. Just fucked our tonnage. Already using Clan Endo. We have 2 slots left right now, so we can't go to a Gyro XXL, right? Even though we do have one. What does it look like for slots if we were to do that? Still 3 tons over. And we're missing 3 slots, 2 slots. Same issues. We got 2 of these fucking grasshoppers to build too. Our engines are too big relative to what we need. We need some engine options. Needs an exchanger, which I don't have available to it yet. It runs too hot right now. So this runs, if I just swap a clan in there real quick. Oops. Defense 84, but it's generating something over 100, right? This was 70 something. 112. Yeah, it does need an exchanger pretty badly. I don't like these grasshoppers. The fit outs seem really rough for me. Alright, but we don't need to do this all now. We need to do a bit of it now. I'm gonna run... Oh, we only have one clan pharaoh left too. Fuck me. Ouch. Hello, McCoyville. Alright. Doing this then. One day, get the armor up a little bit more, I guess. Okay. Acquires the chem lasers with their appeal. Seems fairly high damage for their weight, although the ammo fucks up that weight efficiency pretty hard. Alright, so that's 3 days. That's 3 days. That's 3 days. So we're 3 days forward. Then we're gonna have some money. This needs to be day 7. Okay. Okay. Good. Let's do a mission. Who do we have for people? Fair number. Okay. Alright, we gotta make money. Ooh, looks like we got some extra missions spawned. Proxy war, attack and defend, recovery, destroy base, battle, and destroy base. This one is not paying fucking anything. Why so cheap? Don't know. Don't want to do it though. Drop interception battle versus Commonwealth. Yeah, that one, this is a trap mission for sure. Okay. We desperately need cash. Do we wish to negotiate? This has a pretty high base cash value for 1.5 million if we want. It's a battle though, it's not a lot of things. Like the destroy bases tend to have more like sub goals, which are better for paying out. This probably will have 1 million sub goals if we think we can handle it. I'm just worried that it will be difficult enough that we probably won't come out ahead in terms of damage received versus damage dealt. I can live with the destroy base. $1 million destroy base, 1 salvage. Okay. I hate doing non-salvage missions. Hate it. I hate it. But we're so broke right now. We need to not be this broke because we can't build our next round of mechs, which means we can't upgrade our team, which means you can't keep progressing. All right. Increase payout of missions and settings. No, I think the strategic, I think that's fine right now. We shouldn't be able to just endlessly do anything we want. We picked up some pretty nice modules. I really want to respec seafood too. We need money so badly. We have 2 people to respec as well. Okay, what does this leave then? We've got another melee mech. Needs a melee pilot. Pilots are pilots. There's only one pilot here, which is Thirsty. Get in the mech. Thank you. Alright, Thick Hot Mess is our missile boat. Old Iron Ball is our Gauss. And the Weatherman is missile spam. Thick Hot Mess probably be our new guy. Unknown new guy. Flipper in the Weatherman. And Scott in Old Iron Ball. Seems fine. Okay. Deploy. We theory crafted out some grasshopper builds versus we're not particularly happy with anything we found. Still trying to decide exactly what we want to do. Messed around with the TSM, got some extra information about the TSM that basically said the TSM is garbage on non-melee mechs, which we kind of knew, but we're kind of hoping wasn't always true. And then found that it doesn't really fit the rotaries and discos all that well either. I'm not even sure I want to rebuild the rotaries. Like, they're kind of cool in theory, but in practice they were just sandpaper everything. I was wondering if I could like take advantage of, I don't know how you choose firing order. Weapons definitely fire in a certain order, but could you double like sandpaper? Like, let's say you ran rotary lasers and bombast on the same mech. Could you get it so the bombast fired first and then the rotary lasers just like strip, like just all internals?
Command interface initiated.
All right. Okay, we know 3 enemies spawn plus structures.
Standing by.
Attack and defense aren't traps, just longer, tougher missions, possibly. In general, I agree with that, but that one in specific has such a different loot range. It's 3 more salvage than our top other salvage that we've encountered. That one reads as a trap. This is Thirsty in the Wolverine. Is it possible we get to attack with that Wolverine? It might be.
Roger that. Holding.
All right, we're going to test out overloading the Pirate AMS on 13 weapon skill.
Aye, aye.
I'm okay. I have to get some sensor range. I'm okay making it somebody like this. These weapons are not good at range. Okay.
Commander.
Kind of hoping to use that still. All right, Scott's in what?
Waiting for orders.
Scott is in this mech. This mech is probably not going to get to do anything this round either. Oh, I didn't park Thick Mess in woods. It's kind of rough.
Aye, aye.
Deliberately running through spore clouds for defense. Okay. The mod is called Roguetech. Not Roguetech. Roguetech.
Ready for orders.
All right. How far do we want to go with this stream? I think just there.
Full speed.
Nothing in that. Okay.
Orders.
And it looks like this first one. Okay, we're going to try overloading these. We've never done this before. And had it work, that is.
On my way. Double time.
Okay.
Good to go. Got it. Receiving you.
Alright, no contacts this turn, it looks like.
I copy.
Which one did I have to overload? Shit. I never remember. The Mark II, maybe? Alright.
I got a sensor trade.
So immediate round 2. We need to remember that there's bulwark built into Excuse Me too. Oh, a bold opening move from the fire starter.
Yes, Commander.
Hoping to get Goust, it looks like. Scott has Juggernaut Warlord. No ace pilot, no tactician. Sure you do, buddy. %59% from this range. $65. Numbers include what? Medium range. We can get closer, we can get it up to, but we can't sprint for that. Okay. What would it look like? Can we get it into optimal? Yes, we can off a walk. Still relatively covered too. Not sure if that's in medium range or not. Alright. I'm real worried this blocks my melee mechs is all.
Move order received.
How did we possibly lose here? We moved, sure. But we gained 2 accuracy from going from long to medium. How could we possibly have gone down in accuracy here, chat? What am I missing? Oh, we walked into an ECM field, probably. Feels bad. Why did activating Warlord update locations of mechs? We'll never know.
Firing all weapons. That's a miss.
That was a miss. Saw a Black Knight and something else down there. Fucking ECM. I gotta find somebody who can run a Guardian not as a Guardian, but actually as an ECM. Why is there a louse there? No one knows.
Ready for orders.
Thirsty in the Spine Huntress. No bulwark. Probably just a reserve. I think we maybe send Xanadu after that one. We'll see.
Holding for tactical advantage.
There's that Black Knight. Okay. 8 something for 80. 80 seems like a big hit. Thumpy McThumper.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Alright, I did not want this guy tanking the entire fucking opposing team. Alright, I want to see a couple things. I want to see how much heat that caused when it's our turn. We have missiles available on Flipper. Probably going to try to take one of those half hit point vehicles or mechs from the long range. We've got this thing running around, this Black Knight. I wonder if we can punch it to death. It has a chainsaw on it. And Death Stare. What the fuck is Death Stare? Double stub nose PPC is quite dangerous. Needs to die.
Yes, Commander.
Hmm. I wonder if heat's an efficient way to deal with this thing. Generated no heat last round. I think the snub noses generate a fair amount of heat. Not a ton, if I recall. So the issue with this is to melee this unit efficiently, I have to turn our back to the rest of the team in a pretty vulnerable location. So it doesn't seem likely that I'm willing to do that. Probably means I have to do side attacks on this mech. Side attacks are pretty unexciting. This mech actually doesn't, and it's pretty heavily frontally armored. So a heat attack would be efficient if we could make it work.
Yes, Commander.
Can we get close enough to do something with that? Doesn't look like it. Although that may be something. 13%. Hmm.
Good to go.
I want to do this. See if we can get these vehicles out of there. That vehicle is spamming a lot of some annoying weapon.
Got it.
Okay. Hits on this are 59s. That's pretty good. Probably killed it. Sawed off thumper, pepper box, machine guns. Could sensor ping the knight or that. We're going to have to work on the knight. Just not quite sure what we're working on it with. So a lot of low hit point mechs we'd really like to blow up. Could maybe even get the Thunderbolt. I think the Thunderbolt was missile spamming me though, which makes me pretty unworried. Did I just take a better accuracy shot here? I don't know how much it's going to take to kill this. 198 over 4 is really, really light. It's like 50 armor. Probably doesn't take all of these. What does a shot here look like for heat? It says 24%. You think it's as bad as that? They all hit anyways, right?
I've got a sensor lock.
Oops, did that backwards. Should be the other way around. Let's multi-target that one and this one. Turn this on. Close range. Okay.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Alright, AMS actually being fairly annoying there. If we're going to go for that heat kill, I think we're going to try to do damage here with just the regular attack. It seems fine. We get a fortification bonus here. Melee is only 29% supposedly. Target moved, no visuals. We will have visuals when we get there. Sure.
On the move.
Bummer. Okay.
Reporting. Negative damage.
We should bulwark there with full 60% evasion.
Standing by.
Okay, we want to get close enough to rocket attack this thing here. Wants to be in cover there maybe. Okay.
We'll go.
Nasty amount of enemies on the board right now.
Taking a
Hello, Pen Pen.
Commander.
Okay, how much heat did we generate off those pirate AMSs? Almost nothing, supposedly. This mech wants to run enhanced imaging for movement. I wonder what the shot percentage on that is. Can't actually activate. It's probably there then.
Double time. Let's go.
Pretty bad round for us overall. I guess we have one more mech still. That's on the Wolverine. I am willing to go brawl something like this. Where the fuck oh, it's a turret. Why is there a turret just sitting right there? Another turret right there too. Are we willing to brawl something like this Stalker? It's a bold move. It's inside our... Oh, that's probably our missile protection. Where's our pirate AMS? Pirate AMS is there. Alright. Puri beta male. Sure. Where are we going? Are we gonna do that? Or just more punches on this fire starter that aren't working? Full armor should be a priority for melee mech since it kills. No, it doesn't kill though. There's too many locations it hits. Half armor is actually like a guaranteed kill with a melee. If you think about how it hits, right? On this guy, he's got 7 targets. Arms, legs, and then the torso pieces. If we hit an arm on this mech, it just cripples it. Or on a full health mech, it just cripples the arm. If we hit an arm on a low health mech, damage travels inwards. Actually guarantees kills versus these guys. I'm looking at this move, by the way. I think that's where we're gonna go. Don't get fortification is the only thing. Side attack with the cover bonus. We're gonna be very evasive at the end of this run. Yeah.
Warning. Enemy reinforcements detected.
Come on.
Targeting for physical attack. Hostile.
Alright, one-shotting a stalker is great. Enemy reinforcements arriving is bullshit.
Got a sensor lock on me.
Okay. Yes, the range indicators. Well, the lines aren't. The auras are. You can turn those on or off.
Light damage, Commander.
That wasn't light damage. It was a lot of damage. A, where the fuck are the rest of my evasive pips? We only got 5. B, what the hell happened to my back armor? It's terrifying. Okay. Hits me, of course. All their pilots are stupidly good at hitting people in melee. Go. A lot of enemies in a very tight, like directional location. I hate how high their heavy mechs roll too. Firestarter's 22. This Black Knight's a 21. Firestarter's not a big mech, but in the sense of getting to go ahead of us. Really unclear to me that we're actually going to be able to overheat this mech. We'll see how many of these go through. Alright, our turn though. It's good.
Orders.
Scott with the Gauss. 87. 81 rather for this. No ace pilot, annoyingly. Don't think I can take 0 evasion pips in this location. That seems halfway reasonable. Right side is weak side. Okay. $97 on that. It's gonna survive this hit and shrug it off, but maybe it's still okay. Just to get that damage on the table. Fucking turrets. Dude. Just punch the other torso. Vented all of his heat. Did expose his back. Maybe that's worth something. Maybe. Alright, what are we on? Failure rates on these? 0. Can go after the Black Knight, although in awkward positioning. I think it has to be destroyed by shooting it in the back now. I was hoping to capture it, but I don't think that's going to be a thing at the moment. $99 on the Firestarter. That's reasonable. Could Vigilance first, wander over here, keeps our front relatively in the right direction, does damage to this shit in the beginning. It's alright. That's 51. 70 on the Black Knight, but I can't get a good position.
Renewal. Welcome back.
Thank you,
Greater than TFW, too stupid to backseat game. Feels bad, man.
Thank you, man, your name. Irrevarian? Irrevarian, probably. Anyways, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. Cool comment. Let's go after this thing here. So vigilance. Run to here. Going after the fire starter. From there. And go. Hopefully gives our back a little bit of time to heal. Nice.
Reporting critical hit.
Okay.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Alright, Nobu's up. And another large punchy mech. Kind of want to go one shot something like this Bombard maybe. Or the Apollo. The Apollo is almost guaranteed kill. If we can hit it. Although positionally it's a little bit ugly. Might reserve one round here.
Waiting for my opening.
Let's see. This Black Knight in our face is pretty scary.
Systems holding.
Unsettled, sure. Nothing hit you. Alright, I want to kill that, this guy there. Maybe that guy too. $50 is not great, $70 is okay. I wonder if I can get somewhere a little bit better. That gets the down shot on the other guy too. Kind of don't hate this. I'll take that shot instead. Switch these back over to Artie's. What is this? Fucking Hollander over there. Okay. I like killing this fire starter. Not sure why I guess we're not in minimum range right now. And I am killing that. 71s on these two. Two LRM-15s are probably going to kill that. So we'll try that again. Okay. Let's try that.
Aye, aye.
So angry right now.
I think I hit something good.
Wish you'd fucking kill that. That's the second round that we let it live. The AMS is actually really messing up my damage calculations here. Means this guy gets another round. Which he used to hide. Okay. Oh, they killed their own guy. That's nice. I don't know how they managed to do that when we shot down all the missiles. But incredible. Well done, team.
Good to go.
Even if it was enemy team. Alright, we're gonna go after this Black Knight. This is phase 16. Is this the time to do it? I think so.
Receiving you.
Where's the attack? Ghost. Have to be behind it, facing the wrong fucking direction. That's the only location. That sucks. Ghost is at 31%. That tile is okay, actually. It's a side attack, supposedly. Is it really going to be this bad? Apparently. All right.
Heading out. Locked on for physical attack.
Okay, hit the arm. Always arm. Chainsaw destroyed this piece of equipment I actually really wanted. That kind of sucks. This frame rate always is bad. Sometimes. A lot of stuff going on in this fight right now. Game definitely has performance issues, even on a really high-end PC.
Awaiting orders.
Infernos or MRMs? MRMs seem okay here. How much heat do we take? Quite a lot of heat off those pirates. But I am going to have to do a little bit more still. Which is I need to get more damage on this Black Knight. So... why can it not? Why doesn't it let me sprint? Game. Don't be like this. There we go. So we can take a walk up there. It's a blocked shot there though. Sprint there is not blocked. Seems better. Let's go to there.
Full speed, no target.
Gonna turn off the imager. Gonna turn on Warlord. Take our shot here with everything. Seems fine.
That hit something good.
Okay.
Commander?
Alright, what are we doing with our heat missiles? Could knock the Black Knight over, maybe? It's currently unstable. Alternatively, we can just launch plasma into this guy, but it's really hard to hit. That's the ghost with all of his evasion shit. I could try to take out the little mech, but I don't really care. Thunderbolt's just spraying missiles at us. We don't really care. Turrets are somewhere. I'd like to do a little bit more damage to that turret there. I don't really see a good way to get there. Would ideally like to end up in a forest this round, but it doesn't seem to be. Well, doesn't seem to look like that's going to be a possibility right now. Wait for them to come closer, but there's no tactician on this unit. Jump's pretty bad. Doesn't look like we're going to be very helpful this round. I think our best bet is just trying to knock over the Black Knight, try to deny it around next round. From there, I guess. Feels fairly bad.
Affirmative. Damage minimal.
Okay. Yeah, it is kind of far for our SRMs, but that's what we got. What was that?
I'm under heavy fire.
Thermic something. Attack barrage. Oh, come on. We're at 13. Fucking 13 gunnery skill on this mech, and we still can't stop the pirate AMS from being overload damaged. Means we can't run it on overload ever. I mean, at least we got that tested. Means the tooltip on that is just entirely wrong, by the way.
Ready for orders.
Should have thought about this first. Okay, 23 there is pretty shit. 75 on the Knight's okay, and it's a knockdown. 80% on the Apollo is probably a kill. Yeah. Can't really afford to turn back right now. It's too early in the round. Is there not another attack on that? Oh, dude, these fucking restricted tiles sucks. It's moving at 22. Xanadu goes before it. Xanadu gets an attack on it though. It's fine. So we'll go for somewhere else then. Going after the Laos is kind of shit. Going after the Apollo may be okay. From about like there. Okay.
On my way.
Really wish we had a second real melee mech.
Locked on for physical attack.
85 miss. Feels bad.
Negative damage.
.22 is what? The 21 is the Laos. I don't know what the 22 is. Maybe the Ghost. Yeah, the Ghost. Cover shielded guarded, sure.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. For us, only one attack again from this position. 85%. Sure. No evasion. Kind of sucks.
That's a miss.
Did we just miss two 85% melee attacks in a row? Dropping roughly 400 damage this round? It's very unpleasant. Very, very unpleasant. He's still in his fucking invulnerable tile too that I can't get enough people to stack on top of it. Feels bad. So mad that Black Knight gets another turn. Come on. Oh, the artillery is going first too. Pretty high roll for a vehicle. Yeah, we just ate another Black Knight shot for no reason. And apparently rolled like absolute shit on timing too. Alright, what do we do here? Black Knight is now stabilized, sitting over there. Shooting him is not very exciting with heat weapons. We can probably kill this with heat weapons if we're so inclined. We have to get a lot closer though. Can we get a lot closer? Kind of. Leaves us a bit vulnerable, but we need to do something with this guy. He's currently useless. Okay, I guess we're doing that.
One for the scrap team.
All right. Is they... What was it? Please no bully. Does the math change for overloaded versus non-overloaded Pirate AMS damage? Like, can I get the regular Pirate one to 0%? At what gunnery do I have to get that to 0% on non-overloaded? This is all, that was all prior to round 17. It's doubled for overload, but I'm still less than 1% though. Like what, how low am I right now at 13? What percent? You said 0.022? No, it's mask and super pilot. It was below 0.1. Ugh. So 99.9% of our shots do not do damage to it. I guess what I'm asking is, what is the comparison between bringing it to overloading it or not overloading it? That's relevant to me because I would like to keep using them overloaded if possible, but if the difference is like half, then probably overload doubles. So it is half. Okay. Okay.
Commander.
Pretty wrecked here. Shows him left side. Need to be showing right side or no side. I have to walk, not sprint, or we'll get knocked over. Can't shoot, then move. Could do something like this. The shots are all gonna suck though.
Confirmed.
I guess that's just the pass. Feels pretty bad. Okay, flipper.
Receiving you.
Maybe kill the Black Knight. Probably need to kill the multi-terrain vehicle. I hate these respawns. They're actually kind of a problem. May or may not actually be able to kill that. Thunderbolt is just shooting missiles at us at the moment. This thing is still relatively healthy too. I'd like to get rid of this guy, but I don't know realistically what we're going to do about that quite yet. It's blocked. Could use heat on somebody, but we're not actually seeing a lot of good heat targets. Try to kill this turret. Unclear on how much damage that turret's doing. Something like that. It's 3 tiles, I believe, for first evasion pip. Okay. Alright, we have a really decent shot there. Fairly decent shot there that may kill it. I don't think that's gonna die. There's quite a bit of ECM out still. Or not ECM, AMS, I mean. Scary part is both of our melee mechs have gone, right? So we don't get to prevent this guy from acting unless we blow him up. Although he is pretty hot right now, he may not do any shooting. I could just try. You know what? This is actually probably a heat round, huh? Because I can hit them both here. Is my mech in range of the heat here? If I shoot that one, it's not. I think. I hot loaded. Never remember how to change that. I don't want hot load. I don't want to eject ammo either. How do I undo whatever that was? There it is. Over here. Okay. Over hit percentage. So we just do standards again. And we're trying to run hydras on this guy. Does that work, you think, chat? Feels like a huge damage reduction compared to what it would be for just shooting the Black Knight. Actually, this is doing weird things anyways. I didn't think these could direct fire, but it's acting like it can. How bad did we heat Xanadu up? Not that bad. Got a little bit of heat on the louse too. Getting the Black Knight off the field was good. It's okay. Oh. This is not okay. How did this guy get hit with heat? He's nowhere near that. It's just an overloaded Pirate AMS, I think. I don't want to turn it off for a round. Can't walk, can run into there. What? Can't get into the water? can. Why can't I walk there?
Lifting off. Over the red line. Heat damage.
Okay.
Barely hit, Commander. Damage minimal.
Heat bank paying off there. AMS paying off here. Okay, new round. It's good. Mission's in a little bit sketchy of a position right now. Don't want to be over here alone. My back turned to all the fucking stuff. Kind of want to go after this ghost. From like there. Seems fine.
Targeting for physical attack.
For pirate or advanced AMS,
One less target.
I prefer the pirate. I think the advanced might be better, honestly. The pirate just seems so good because the enemy AI just runs it overloaded all the time and never has any problems with it. For us, it just feels like it constantly does damage to itself.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Pirate range is very good. That's very true. Starting to take pretty heavy damage on this mech. It's not designed to be getting shot at so much.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, I would like to kill this little louse. Feels like that's possible. Don't like being downrange of it particularly. $59, come on. I don't think I can take that shot. I'd love to, but if it misses, it just kills this. It will one-shot our Spine Hunter. Alright, no boost time. That is a pretty beefy Thunderbolt coming our way, but this is probably a good move for us anyways. Alright, our back got a little beat up there, and our right side, actually right and left side getting a bit beat up. Fuck. I'm gonna lose arms here. I don't want to lose arms in this mech. But I am running out of things that have any health left. And there's a lot of enemies still on the board here. Why isn't it giving me the same attack I had a second ago? That's kind of what I wanted. Didn't want to run around this way though. It's the only attack location is from the side there. And it's phase 19. Look how far we can get, but we can't get where we need to get. Sucks a lot. Okay. 44. 51. Sure.
Aye, aye.
Too many actions spent dealing with something that doesn't matter. So many enemy actions, so many. Alright, Sifu doing
Ready
what?
for orders.
MRMs. Wants to turn on imaging. Wants to move. Stop doing this. What? Apparently jump to another location. This is the only location we can do it from. Alright, we're going to here.
Jumping.
Turning off imaging. Bracing. Whoa, 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 whoa! I just got tooltip lied to.
My heat gauge is pegged.
Oh, that's bullshit. Didn't it show that going down, chat? I swear I saw that going down. We can't be shut down right there. It's disastrously bad. This is heat damage. Doesn't really help us versus mech standing around the water. That's super bad though. Mission's gone really poorly. Can't take a bunch of damage on this thing. I'd do this one totally different, I think. If we move there, we're gonna die. But this heat damage is not what we need versus a mech that's running totally heat neutral in the water.
Engaging. Roger that.
Try to body block a little bit for the shutdown mech, but that's really bad news. Okay, what do we learn there? Can't overload the Pirate AMS as much fun as the dream of it is. If we're gonna run versus this many missiles, overloading it's a trap. Killing this thing seems relevant. Why so bad? Medium range. Let's reload our ammos. It's better. Maybe we did just cook this thing. I guess we could try for that, but I think it's just a kill here is better, right? All those missiles that normally don't hit, hitting us is not where we want to be.
Damage minimal.
I have other AMSs. Where the hell are they? Over here, I guess.
Barely hit, Commander. Get this done, folks.
Enemy going first. At what stage? 24? Probably the Hollander? Yeah. Needs to not get knocked down right now.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
So it's Sifu at 16 is the phase for that.
Commander.
Alright, Thirsty in our Wolverine. Could go after the Bombard or the Apollo. Puts us in a little bit awkward position relative to all these. Wonder if I can get that vehicle. We have no sight on that right now. Giving them a target to shoot at would be kind of nice though. Alright, let's do this.
On the move.
Okay.
Putting my weight into it.
Got one of its big missile launchers.
I think I hit something good.
Also walked, I think we're out of AMS flare, but maybe not. Let's take a look. Good. Doing our work, drawing some fire. What's TBM ammo? They're the big single missiles that do a lot of damage, but doesn't fire very many of them. Okay, Xanadu is probably holding on right now. Paul just acted. Bombard has not yet acted. Bombard could knock this guy down. Maybe I do have to risk that. I don't want to because these turrets are going to fuck up Xanabu's day. And her arms are going to come off. Is it the Bombard shooting at us?
Commander.
Alright, Flipper as well as the heat missiles.
Commander.
Killing the Hollander or doing damage to it's good. Killing this Bombard could be okay as well. Or knocking it over or both. Have to get pretty rough for me to get line of sight on that, I think, though. Yeah, basically impossible. Don't know what the vehicle's rolled. I feel like I maybe have to kill this vehicle. Where are my hit percentages, game? All block shots, not block shot. Can't really get far enough forward to help. All right. Oh, I got a 15, so now we know what it rolled. Does that change anything for us? 16 on the self-propelled artillery. Who is it? It's Sifu. Actually, that becomes a bigger target. All right. 45 is not enough for a full volley, right?